Hi, Steve here. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, whatever the case may be. It's nice to see you here. Quick story today. There was an old motivational speaker called, maybe I shouldn't call him old. Yeah, he's old, he's old now, I'm sure. Called Jim Rohn. He may still be around. I think he is still around, actually. I think he's Canadian. Doesn't matter what he is. He tells great stories. He's motivational. He's inspirational. If you haven't had a chance to listen to him, maybe you can find something on YouTube. I know I did the other day, so I know it's out there. Anyway, quick story. So a guy's driving along. He's going to work like everybody else. Roads crowded. The main highway's all crowded like it always is because everybody's doing the same thing. They're going to work, right? And he's driving along, and all of a sudden, boom, this guy cuts him off, right? He goes into a tirade. Like, I don't know about you. Sometimes I do that too. But I shouldn't. I know it's a road rage thing, right? But sometimes it's frustrating, can make you a little angry, whatever. So the guy goes into a tirade. Well, you jerk, you stupid, blah, 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 and then yada, 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 going on and on, right? And calling them names, making up new names nobody's ever heard before. It's all going, yes, it's going pretty good as far as the complaining and the moaning about the whole situation. And meanwhile, the guy that cut him off, of course, he's just smiling, listening to music, having a pleasant commute into his workplace that day. Doesn't even know the guy that's having the bad day even exists, okay? But he did cause the issue, but he doesn't even know it. And how many times have you been driving or been out there where something happens and, you know, it could be you. You could cut somebody off inadvertently. Nobody ever does that on purpose. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. I think it's rare that people do that on purpose. It does happen. I've seen it happen myself, but not typically. So anyway, so the guy goes on to work and he's just fuming and steaming that, you know, this guy cut him off, right? So he goes into work and there's a few people standing around the coffee pot. And he goes right into the story. You won't believe what happened to me on the way to work today. This guy cuts me right off. I could have died. There could have been a pile up. It was a crazy scene. And I don't even know how I got out of this situation. But here I am. And I just wanted to, you know, I can't believe the people that are out there driving. They shouldn't have a license. Somebody's got to do something about this, right? So yada, yada. Meanwhile, while the guy's talking, people are getting their coffee and the crowd's thinning out. Nobody wants to stand around and listen to all kinds of negativity first thing in the morning. So off they go to do their thing. Later that day, he goes to lunch with a few people from work and relives that whole thing again. Embellishments included. Yeah, there could have been a 100-car pileup with 1,000 people dead. I don't know how I avoided it. Actually, I think I saved the people's lives. There was no pileup. He cut me right off, right off. I can't believe it, okay? And anyway, so, you know, nobody wants to hear that, but there you go. He's imparted his bad day on other people. Maybe if you spread it out, it gets less bad, right? So then finishes up the workday, goes home, walks into the house. Instead of, hey, honey, I'm home. What's for dinner? None of that, right? You won't believe what happened to me today. Goes right into the same tirade. You know, this guy, I don't know where he came from. He came out of nowhere, cut me off right on the expressway. I had no place to go. There was cars on both sides of me. I don't know how I lived through that. Honey, I'm so glad to be home. You know, I could have died today. Big, massive 10-car pileup, 100-car pileup. Who knows, right? And but I'm home. You know. So anyway, let's go on and have our dinner and all that. So basically the moral of the story is this. You know, the guy that cut the guy off went about his merry way. He has no clue that this guy even exists. But the guy that had the bad day, the whole day was bad. He passed on the badness to everybody around him just by not letting go of the situation, right? And I think the other thing that I like to think about when I hear that story is that, you know, I too probably have cut people off inadvertently, not on purpose, of course, but there are people that do that, but not most of them. Most of the people, you know, you got blind spots in your car you can't see, you got to get over, you know, yada, yada, yada. We all know the deal, right? So you sit there and you get mad about the situation. Hey, it's a situation, deal with it, right? Happens all the time. And you're lucky there was no accident because accidents happen almost every day you go to work. You'll see people off the side of the road, in the ditch, whatever, that have had are having a worse day than you're having, right? So anyway, I just thought you might like to hear that story and keep it in mind. And where do you apply that in everyday life? There's situations that arise pretty much on a daily basis where you have a choice to make. Am I going to spread anger, hate, anxiety, frustration? Am I going to spread that? Or am I going to do my best to try to spread a little bit of understanding, you know, a little bit of harmony, a little bit of maybe even humility in a lot of ways, right? And you just understand that everybody can have bad things happen, but it doesn't have to happen. But everybody can have bad things happen. You have to understand that, and it could be you the next time, right? So anyway, I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching, and I hope the story was a little entertaining for you as it was for me. I know I talk fast, and the reason I talk fast is I heard one time that the average person can hear 10 times faster than the average person can talk. So I thought if I talk faster, I can squeeze more in. I can save your valuable time and mine by trying to squeeze more into a couple seconds of talking, right? So anyway, you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.